Okay, I'm ready to go.
Remember when Marconi invented radio? Well, this is really what he had in mind. From Audio One.
This is Chatterbinge.
I'm going to read this next segment suggestion verbatim as it arrived from the co-host. Weird things you do when you are alone. Then in parentheses, not sexual, with a smiley, winky face. There are very few moments in my day that stop me in my tracks, and this was one of them. So first of all, I love the clarification before I began thinking of those weird things that I do when I am alone. So I appreciated the guidance on that. But anyway, this is a very interesting idea for a segment, weird things. So you know what? Your idea, you're up first.
Oh my gosh, I was afraid of that. But you're making me laugh because as I was writing it, and for our listeners, please know that Ed and I go back and forth just trying to come up with some fun little things that we might, chat about in these little segments. And it just crossed my mind because I know that my behavior is very different when I'm by myself, when I'm not with my partner or with friends or family. And it just got me thinking, interesting. And then I had to clarify that it wasn't sexual because we really didn't want to go there. So there you go.
It's not that kind of show.
Although it would make for an interesting segment, for sure. But that's not us at the moment. What I noticed, though, first of all, I have to say this out loud, which I don't know. Listen, I'm somebody that has chosen never to get married. So that says a lot about me, right? As far as my commitment to spending my time by myself very often. And even when I have been partnered over the years, which is probably for most of my adult life, I still just treasure my time alone. And I feel most comfortable and most free when I'm by myself. And I almost hate to admit that because I don't know that that's necessarily, quote, normal thinking. I think that so many of us are built to want to be with other people all the time. I do not know why I'm most relaxed. Well, that's actually not true. I'm going to contradict myself. I know for me, the psychology comes from this need to make people happy or the people-pleasing sort of way in which I grew up, and that's sort of how I'm wired, which can be exhausting if it's not completely authentic. And even if it is authentic, there comes a point where pulling back and being by yourself is truly your freest because you're not second guessing what do they need, how do I make them happy, how do I please them, what do I do, all of that sort of on stuff. So yeah, I truly am most comfortable by myself, not forever, but in general. Before I go into weird things that I do by myself, how about you? I'm singing a little musical. What about you? Are you one of those people that enjoys being by themselves more than being with people? And I know that's tricky because I'm not talking about wow, I'm just digging myself into a hole.
No, you're digging my hole. No, you know what? Your shovel, my hole.
We're not talking about our primary relationships.
Of course not. Absolutely not. This is all in the generic. This is the hypothetical. We're doing a show here, folks, but you know what we mean. But I also love how she didn't really give me any weird things that she does. She reminded me of some... No, but you're like somebody sitting there at some hearing on Capitol Hill and you're refusing to answer the questions. I almost feel like saying, Ms. Richman, you're under oath. Answer the question. But we will get to that. I do enjoy my alone time. I love that. I love my downtime, my quiet time. Everybody else in the house is asleep. I'm not. I get to watch TV. I get to listen to music that I want to listen to. I just get to do my own thing. So I enjoy taking a walk by myself, taking a ride by myself. I travel a lot by myself, as you know, and I love that. I am my own best friend, and I think that's a good thing.
Aw, that's the title of your new book. I am my own best friend.
That's right.
I like that very much. All right, weird things. Let's get to weird. Yeah. Well, first of all, when I wrote that idea, I didn't have anything specifically in mind. I must share that with you. But when I think about the times that I'm alone, weird things, I take great pleasure in watching animal videos. Forever. Really? Literally. That's not necessarily weird, but you can catch me wasting away hours and hours of sort of, again, it's my thing with the animals. I don't know why. It just makes my heart happy to watch rescue videos.
You've sent me animal videos. That's true. You've actually passed them along to me from time to time. I've seen some of these videos.
I'm obsessed
Yes.
with animals. I don't know what the deal is. I must have been one in another life somewhere along the line. What do I love to do? I will get into projects like sort of obsessive. I need to reorganize the spice cabinet. I need to rearrange the bookshelves by color. A little OCD organizational thing.
Your closet. You've told
my
me about
closet-
your closet. All the
I
blue
need
is
to-
in one area. I know all about
Oh my gosh,
that.
I just redid my closet.
Really?
And I think, and everything is perfectly in place, which I must share with you is a huge contradiction to my nature. I'm terribly disorganized. So that's where the weird comes in for me, because left to my own devices, if I didn't sort of get obsessive about it, and I know this sounds weird,
Yeah.
but I probably would just leave it a disorganized mess. So when I get those spurts, and it only happens obviously when I'm like sort of in the house by myself. Oh, I'm going to do this. Also, I will bake. I'm not a cook.
Really?
And somehow, weirdly, this is what motivates me. I love the smell of whatever's cooking in the oven, and the best way to get that sweet, delicious, yummy, cozy farmhouse kind of fall smell in the
Yes.
air is to bake something.
Yes.
And I'm terrible in the kitchen. So those for me are my quote sort of weird things. Those are the
Wow.
first things that come to mind. And yeah, not all that exciting necessarily. but
I
there you
went in a totally different direction. I thought you really wanted something that would embarrass me, and that's where I went. And I have 4 words in front of me here on my screen as I took notes for this, and now I feel like a fool even saying this. I redid my closet. I'm watching animal videos. I'm baking cookies and muffins to make it smell like autumn. And I have 4 words here, picking my toenails. That is what I came up with because you said weird, and I went weird. You didn't go weird. You went fun, happy, pleasing, self-affirming. I'm here picking my toenails, and you're making muffins. Thanks.
Okay, all right. If we're going there, first of all, let's examine picking your toenails. I love that you went there. I
Yeah.
love it. So when you
pick your toenails, okay.
let's do a deeper dive, Ed Kalegi. When you're picking your toenails,
Yeah.
are you doing this with an apparatus, or are you just inadvertently using your fingers to pick your toenails? This is interesting. Our poor listeners.
All right. You know what? I know that it's decorum would say scissors or nail clipper, but once in a while, if there's something that seems a little jagged, a little edgy, a little out of place, kind of ripping up the socks, I'll just go down there and, I've got this little twist and this twirl. It's like my move. That's my thing. And I could just zip and it's done. See, maybe I shouldn't. I went all the way out there.
No, I love this. I love this.
Because that middle one looks a little strange. Boom, now it's even. I take care of it. But I wash my hands afterwards. Don't worry about it.
You don't bite your toenails, do you? I'm picturing you bringing your foot up to your mouth. I have a great image of you right now. I love it. Listen, I love that you
just think about what you just said. You talked about me biting my toenails, and you said, I have this great image of you right now. I love it. That's going to stay with me for the rest of the day. If there was one sentence that you have uttered in all the shows we have done, in all the segments that we have done, with all of the unique hits that we're getting now all over the world, that's the one sentence that's going to stick with me. Yes, maybe when I was young, I did that. Maybe I did. I don't know. Okay, full disclosure. When I was younger, up until, I don't know, I was about 39, 40, 41, I could raise my foot up and I could talk into my foot as if it were a telephone.
You're making me laugh. All right, look, if you're going to go there, now we're talking about the nitty gritty, and I know we're going to run out of time, but if we're talking about personal grooming, oh my goodness, I will do the roots of my hair as they're growing in gray. I will dye my eyebrows because now that I'm older, they're disappearing. Oh my God, there's a million things. I'll pick at my face. I'll tweeze all the hairs. You know, post-menopause, by the way, I must share this. You get whiskers under your chin because your hormones are so out of whack. And I don't know what the body thinks, but all of a sudden I don't know what's going on there. And you have whiskers. So these are the little personal things that I do when nobody's around. I really was going in a very different direction.
You were, but you just went in a totally different direction as well. I did not think we would be talking about whiskers here on the program today, but I love this. We bare our souls on this show, but in a very, very good way. Wow. You know what? Maybe
I'm exhausted now.
I am. That was a full working day. I almost wish we did go down the sexual road. It might have been a lot less embarrassing than this turned out to be. This was great.
I think this takes the cake, literally and figuratively. Going back to my baking. Yeah. No, I think we're done with this topic.
I think we're done too. Baking, whiskers, and me picking my toenails.
I'm Caryn Richman.
And I'm Ed Kalegi. And this is Chatterbinge.
Don't try this at home. Ed and Caryn are professionally trained communicators.
This is Chatterbinge.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can always catch our best guest conversations and segments right here on the YouTube home of Chatterbinge.